Yes, people, it is Woodzy Hotspur coming to you for a live match reaction from the IrishHotspur. Big up Jack and Dave for taking on fan cams at this late hour, and after such a stressful game, you guys have had a long stream, well, 2 streams today, so big up for all the content and keep it coming. We're loving it as Spurs fans. It's getting us through a tough season. But anyway, on to the game. Tottenham 1, Frankfurt 1. First leg, Europa League quarter-final. As we were mentioning on stream, first European quarter-final since 2019, since that infamous Poch run. And being honest, it's the first game in weeks, if not months, that has genuinely got me going, got me excited, and got me kind of nervous for the risks of what could happen if it goes badly, but also the rewards of if we turn up and play well. And coming after the game, it's kind of a mixed feeling, to be quite honest. I thought there was a lot of positives, but the same old negatives reared their head, unfortunately, and costed us a big win and a big statement going into the second leg at Frankfurt. So the first few minutes of the game, I thought, like Tottenham, we started like Tottenham a lot of the season. We started the half slowly, paid the price, one ball out of Porro's side, which has been our biggest weakness this season. I think all Porro has to do is show Ekitike to the outside. He doesn't. He tucks in, lets Ekitike run completely through him and gets a shot on goal. Don't get me wrong, a fantastic finish. Probably added a few million to his price tag with his performance tonight, but still far too easy to be conceding in the first few minutes of a first leg of such a big European game. Pedro Porro is at fault for that goal. So yeah, I think we were quite rattled for the first 15 minutes. Then we started to ease our way into the game. Pedro Porro getting a sumptuous goal after 26 minutes, I think it was. I actually thought Son had overhit the ball to Solanke, but he'd put it just right. Solanke claims it well on the touchline, brings it back into Maddison, squares it across. Porro hits a lovely flicked heel finish to make it 1-1. Fantastic goal. Jack calls him Pedro the Postman. He delivered in that moment. Absolutely lovely forward instincts to sniff out that chance and put it away. I thought 10 minutes after the goal we actually played quite well and the pressure was on. And then the worry was, as Dave mentioned on stream, a second half starting slowly, just like we did in the first half, but that didn't really seem to happen. Apologies, there was a big chance for Frankfurt at the end of the first half, and somehow they didn't take it, even though it was much easier than the goal they actually scored. But yeah, big let off. Second half, I think we played probably the best 20-minute spell I've seen us play for most of the season. We were absolutely storming. Lucas Bergvall blasts one against the bar. Son gets denied by a magnificent save. Bentancur hits the bar, all within a 3 or 4 minute period. They were pretty much phases of play back to back, with the legs rocking for the first time on TV. You could actually hear the Tottenham fans instead of the Frankfurt fans, so that really set us up well. That 20 minutes was good. Maddison also had another good chance, and that was unlucky. And then unfortunately, I think most Tottenham fans agree, Ange made the wrong subs and made them too late. I think the right players came on in Odegaard, Sarr and Spence, but instead of taking off Udogie, Johnson and probably Solanke or Bergvall as he was tiring, he decides to take off Maddison and Son. Son, fair enough, hasn't had a very good season, but Maddison in this game, man, he was, if anyone's going to play a killer ball and expose that tiring Frankfurt defence in the last 20, it would have been him. And you could see from his reaction on the touchline, he was not happy. Like, those final few set pieces and corners, Maddison should have been taking and whipping them in. So yeah, I have to point out once again, I think Ange's substitutions have done more harm than good, and potentially costed us a win going into Frankfurt. But I will say, I do think we were very unlucky with a few of those phases of play. On another day, that game easily ends 3-1, 3-2. Like it really should have been a win, and my only worry is knowing how Tottenham do, going away from home next leg, and you just think, are we going to rue those chances? Do we have enough to get over the line away from home? Frankfurt will be rocking the atmosphere, will be pumping, will our players be intimidated? Let's hope we have enough to get over the line, but I'm not so sure, personally. I think we needed a win tonight, and I think we played well enough to get a win tonight. One last thing, and then I'll stop yapping. I'm not one to blame referees normally, but I think the referee had an absolute shocker tonight. I don't like blaming refs, but there was a few yellow cards there that could have been and should have been given on their side. I think their captain should have had a yellow, which would have made him suspended. Their centre back, which would have actually suspended him for the second game. So yeah, don't like to get on the ref's back, but I think it was very poor for a European quarter-final tonight. But yeah, let's see what we can do in the next game. Pick up IrishHotspur. Come on, you Spurs.